before, and I've been enjoying this soft girl era that I'm going through. I've never been able to be a soft girl. I'm so like, and now I'm just like, and then when I lower my voice and I need to be taken seriously and handled delicately, and I just look and I'm like, baby, look, I'm not okay. I need this. I need you. I get whatever the fuck I want. Who told me to be aggressive?
When I looked at this female, I just, at first I laughed and shit. Then I laughed again. And then I was lethargic. I was really, really lethargic and shit because it's so fucking futile. I feel bad for guys with no means. Poor guys. Guys that can't get out of this shit. And then I heard that she was actually married and she had put this guy through so much hell and shit and had left him a number of times. Probably the cheating shit and then worm her way back in, and say like, oh, I didn't cheat, we were on break. When I listen to this female talking about the soft girl era and how she talks real soft and she gets what the fuck she wants, and then she like screams real loud, like talking about who told me to be, fucking, aggressive. I think the word she really should have said was who told me to be masculine and shit. And I have to answer that question. Your fucking mother taught you this shit, okay? And your grandma too. They didn't ever correct your behavior or change it and shit. Or get you to aspire to anything, larger than yourself and shit. And your own immediate self-interest. And that's why our community is fucked up. Because you're not alone and shit. You're becoming a majority in our ethnic community and shit, I'm sorry to say. And I really, can't press enough that, young men need to do whatever they can do, even joining the military, to get away from this fucking situation and shit, okay? Gotta travel. Gotta get that passport, In the past video, I said that when you register for selective service, you might as well just take that passport picture too. You might as well get that fucking passport with that shit and stay where the fuck you are. Back in the day when I was in the military, a lot of guys were going to like Germany and shit, and they wasn't intent on coming back. Eventually they were forced back because they ain't had no job there. The country kicked them out. I asked one of the guys why they were going to Germany, and he said, "You ever see a Nordic blonde with a giant ass?" We just laughed. I laughed my fucking ass off, and then I thought about making this video. When I remembered that. Then one of my own uncles in the Air Force came home to Mississippi and shit with a big tall redhead with a giant ass. That's fucked up. I'm just shooting from the hip. But like when I look at this woman, I wouldn't trust anything she says. She looks sneaky, She has a sneaky, disingenuous look on her face, and she is, not malevolent enough to hide her true intentions or whatnot. It's just a trick bag, okay? This black female soft girl era is it's a red herring and shit. Basically a trick. It's like a mousetrap. Some guy called it a Klingon cloaking device and shit. I saw on somebody's video. I think it was Dr. Tia-San Johnson. He didn't say it. Somebody that sent him a super chat said it. It's pretty accurate. It's pretty accurate, man. These women have no fucking clue what men want. They have no fucking clue how to even talk to us. They've been trained from birth to be antagonists in the household and at large and shit, It's really a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame, man. A lot of you women are gonna have to settle for simps. Weak ass motherfuckers. I profiled a guy that was calling men gay and shit for having had an infidelity in the community and shit. And I'm just like, there's no solidarity. Our community is all fractured and fucked up and shit. And I want my goddamn reparations and shit. I want a check. I want a big ass check, man. And I want some other shit too. But, this is not the kind of video. But when I look at this fucking female and other niggas in the hood and shit, I live in the fucking Chi-Town, man. I'm seeing a real fucked up version of it and shit. Real fucked up. I'm not in the habit of lying about my motherfucking situation and shit here. Like, there's nothing here for me if I was gonna try to, date inside the colonies and shit. Inside America, 3Ks inside. This female's a sneaky, weird-looking chick, man, and I wouldn't trust her, man. I wouldn't even want to be nowhere alone with her and shit. I'd like, we have to meet in public places, man, because she looked like she criminal-minded. She all tatted up and shit, and I am sorry to, even say that about her tattoos and her piercings and shit. She has, she looks relatively fit, but, like kind of sloppy looking and shit. And I'm just tired. Like, the tattoos don't mean shit. I had to stop asking people what their tattoos meant. I'm artistically inclined. I would ask this question, and I noticed when I asked sisters, about their tattoos, they get real mad. Like I was saying, like, oh, what size are your areolas or some shit? The chick, one female, just like, look, it's just some shit I put on my body. It don't mean nothing. I'm like, okay, just like you don't mean nothing. It's really fucked up that this country has socially engineered a good portion of our females to be service-minded and shit, and transactional in nature. It's called, I like call it criminal hypergamy and shit, because every time I hear one of these motherfuckers negging and doing bullshit, every time I hear them negging, it's always talking about some money. When they try to shame you for having a passport and leaving the country to do whatever the fuck you goddamn well please, it's always negging along economic lines. They want you to give them the money. They don't want you, they want the money, man. It's all about the money. As Vince McMahon once said. It's a goddamn shame. It's a goddamn shame. I would not trust anything that comes out of this bitch mouth. Now, I may make some videos about soft girl era in the future and shit, if I get the itch. But this is just a, kind of like a, just shooting from the hip. I've seen a lot of these pictures. It's fucking hilarious and shit. It's like women, like 304s wearing like flowery dresses and shit, and like sitting on picnic blankets in the park and all this shit. I'm just like, man, you motherfuckers do anything to grift bag and shit. And when I look at soft girl era and shit, besides this sketchy looking female who looked like a snake, she's like a reptilian or something, I think about, in particular, IG model named Zima Orr. Well, not like a straight up lesbian with the most ridiculous looking plastic surgery I've ever fucking seen. She has finessed so many men, she's actually bought like a Days Inn hotel and shit. And she's still doing it today. Motherfuckers still paying her shit. She does like scam sex videos on her OnlyFans. It's like softcore shit. But like she has like blatantly gay men there, and nobody's getting near her. And the dudes are still paying her, man. Simps are still paying her. They make me cringe, man. I'm telling you young cats out there, man, stop fucking with these women that they spin around like Wonder Woman and turn into a fucking old school arcade machine. America fucked up they fucked this legacy up and shit with its women, its female legacy and shit, by turning these motherfuckers into like fucking arcade machines and shit, I guess, Just put a cord in and play, And I wouldn't even advise that. It's fucking dangerous on so many levels. I can't even I have to make a separate video just to get into that and shit. Yeah, the transactional nature of interpersonal relationships is one of the pillars that are cracking and shit in the fall of Western civilization. Right? There's no saving it, man. It's like they go into the abyss. The motherfuckers at the top and shit, the tippy top, are making money off of all of this shit. You guys are stupid as fuck. And down here in the slave quarters and shit, the females are stupid as fuck because they have been engineered to be service-oriented and shit to people in the upper, a higher economic bracket and nothing more. Your services are for sale. As the $1 Million Man said and shit, another wrestling reference. Everyone has a price.